What is up, everyone? Today on Seth Leroy Hustle Adventures. Like in my last video, I was talking to the wife and she said, no, go, keep hustling, because I listen to the CEO. Sometimes I would just dead at home, but she was down with me to keep hustling. Like I said, we try to go Monday through Thursday, but with how bad the gas has been and everything going on, we usually stay Monday through Friday. Well, it's been Monday through Thursday still, and we make our $800 minimum profit. That's gas tax, everything taken out. But I was at Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, but now I'm going closer to Milwaukee, just 23 minutes down the way, 24 miles. So that is going to be the start of this video. I always vlog exactly what's going on, and I guess we're going to find out if we're going to have to deadhead. Hopefully not. So keep you guys posted. I had to do it. It's because I'm bored sitting at a gas station. So, and I never do that, ever. I eat my one meal. Whatever, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go pull over there, because there's like a, sort of like a strip mall vibe. I'm just going to walk around there. We bid it on some are ridiculous. So I'm like, they've been coming out, flowing. It is 3:06 Central Time, so we'll see what happens. Well, we got one going to Prairie du Chien. It's pickup in some weird town. I don't even know, in Wisconsin, but I'm just trying to get home. So I used to I used to do loads to there in my straight truck all the time. But anyways, I'm heading out. Never mind. By the grace of God, it was canceled. Because it said 52 inches high. I'm 50 inches high. And I said, oh, wait, it's too high, but I wanted it, because I used to deliver at Prairie du Chien. And for some reason, in my straight truck, we did local regional stuff. So I thought, oh, that's not too bad. But, that's different when you are driving hourly. You know what I mean? So my mind just said, oh, I used to go there all the time. And I've delivered in this before there, too. But it just didn't compute, trying to go home. And then it would not have been worth it. No. I was like, never mind, fuck. Because it worked out. I saw it was too high, and I'm like, oh, good, it's too high. But on to the next. We'll see if anything else comes out. So I'm just cruising home. I got my daughter's birthday tomorrow. I want to get home at a decent time, get a good night's sleep. We still made over our minimum. We got to do the finished up math, but my wife said even with deadheading home, we made at least our minimum $800 a week to pay all of our bills and not touch our savings. So I'm just excited to go home. You know how it is if you're a driver. We're looking into this. When it's finally time to go home, I'm like, all right, it's all good. Obviously, I wanted another one, but we still made out good for the week, so it's okay. So this will sort of turn into a trucker talk, and it's going to be about decision making on the road. And I think I've done this video, but that's the sort of the thing is, if you're new to the channel, decision making is so key and vital in this random crazy industry. If you're going to get into it, it can be exciting and it can be crazy. So let's get into the topic. So for me, I always can just give my experience or what I've seen in the 8 months I've been doing it or whatever. So for me, the decision on the first run, when I'm at home, not as much pressure, not as much, I'm at home. I'm just, because I'm about 30-40 miles from Minneapolis, where I get most of my loads, that area, and I get them from up north. There's a couple little towns, but that's irrelevant. What I'm saying is that first decision making, but it is very important. It's setting up the beginning of your week. So I'm not saying that, but that's why I'm talking about decision making. It made me think of this topic when I took that load. Didn't realize the date. I just saw the places, but that's the difference. When you're on the road, it's a little bit more fast paced. You're trying to get the loads. I have that Empire load board, so I even see the loads before my dispatchers. And that's why I do it, because then I can go look them up, and I could take those if I ever need to get around. But those loads are super cheap, but you can bid. So, but they are dirt cheap, man. But it's still good to see everything that's popping, everything that's coming in. But so anyways, back to that's what I'm saying, decision making. I'm big on where it's going, and I know that seems simple, but when I first started, I more just was like, okay, I'll go there. I'll go to the middle of Nebraska or the middle of Kansas City, you know, because I didn't know. That's why I make these videos, just to give you guys from personal experience. And with the decision making, that's why I always say to people, like, you'll figure out your way you like to do it, you know. And with the decision making, who does it fall on when you're your own boss? The first thing I said to my wife, hey, I don't like making these types of mistakes. So I hit her up. I said, the first thing I said, hey, I made a mistake. I didn't look at the dates. I just saw where it was going, and that it was getting us back up north, because we have my daughter's birthday this weekend. So that's why, too, there's these factors when you're on the road, too. You'll make these hasty decisions. And usually, dude, I'm so good about the dates. Because I've made that mistake. That's why I learned from it. But that's what I'm saying. The decisions are so crucial when you're doing this. I mean, and there's so many variables in this industry. Like, when I got into it, I didn't know it would be so many variables. Like, as into, like, with, like, local ones, usually I take them, you know, at $3.50. Then I started lowering my bids, and then factoring in, because of what's been going on, even though gas is higher, you know, with how everything's going in your bidding. Like, the reason I'm saying that is there's so many freaking factors. Like, the factor of, okay, where is this going? How much am I going to have to deadhead after to get towards that city? How good is that city? You know what I'm saying? But I've gotten, like, here's the thing. So when you're bidding, let's say you see that you got to drive an hour and a half to that city. Well, factor that in when you're bidding. Maybe throw another 20 piece on there, or a 30 piece. Just if you have to drive an hour, I mean, even a 20 piece will get you there. Like, that's what I mean. But that, and they have to be fast decisions on the road, or a little bit more intense. With, like, okay, I got to make this decision. When me and my wife are at home, she'll sit there and do the calculations and stuff like that. And because that first run is very important, and we always obviously want to put a lot of miles behind us. That's how important that is too. You don't want to take, I mean, I'm just saying what I like to do. I don't want to take something small my first run, unless I have to, unless it was dead that day and I can only get, you know, a local one. So what I could say too is, like, with the decision making you make though, you're gonna learn the best by being on the road. That's where I learned all this stuff. You're not gonna learn, like, but I watched crazy videos, crazy YouTube videos, and it helped. And that's the thing, you get a feel for it. So what I mean is though, when you're actually on the road, and that's why I still watch YouTube videos. There's only one YouTuber at this point that I, you know, really want to sink, like, literally sit and digest it. Because, like, the information is really good. And not saying anything about anyone else, it's just literally, it's just like, I want to hear information. I don't want to hear complaining the whole time, or crabbiness, or a pipe dream, and I'm not trying to get on that sort of a train, but what I'm saying is, I want to hear information. And I want to be uplifted and learn from the information that I'm given. And I'm not trying to go down that rabbit hole, but that's why I'm saying, like, you can learn from YouTube 100%. You just got to make sure that it's like, you know, like, because I don't want to hear someone rant and complain, or like literally, or just rant and yell the whole time, or just be negative. I want to learn. That's why I make these truck talk videos, and I like them when I'm on the road now instead of sitting at my house, because I'm in the element, I'm thinking about this stuff. You know what I mean? There's all these factors, and whatever way you like to run it is okay, because that's the way you're running it. You know what I mean? You learn on the road as you go. So for this one, how I want to wrap it up is pretty much, you will learn as you go. And it's going to be stressful, and it's going to be fun. I love it. I love when it's like, oh, well, maybe I'll bid back. Usually I'll bid a little something back, and like, I get into it, and then when you get it, it's like, oh, okay, yup, okay. And then I'll bid some low just to, you know, see what's up. That's what I mean. We keep trying to grow, me and my wife. I'm learning how to do this. And my wife's got her venture going. We're real excited about really doing her eBay store finally. She cut the ties of her job. She only worked 1 day a week because she was getting sick of even that. She's been doing hair for 14 years. And the reason I'm bringing that up is that's decision making too. finally she's like, let's go. So that's all decision making too, with her picking the items. But anywho, what I'm saying is decision making is so key and so important, but you're going to get better and better. It's going to be stressful and it's going to be fun. And it's all perception. Perception is stronger than reality. So get into it. And that's the best way you're going to learn with these decisions, as we've been learning too. Like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification if you want to. If you don't want to, that's cool. I'm just glad that you're rocking with me, and I hope you got something out of this. And this was a great time talking to y'all. Everyone have a blessed day, and oh yeah, keep hustling and making decisions.